Okay, can I have your attention, please? We'd like to get started. Can I get your attention, please? Hello. Hello there. I think this is harder than herding cats. Right into the top, right? All right, right into the top. So, if we can get this underway, first off, I'd like to welcome all of you in a very beautiful morning. Mary, you did a great job of setting us up with some beautiful weather. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my real honor to be here. My name is Herb Roach. I'm the mayor of O'Fallon and former member of the Plaque Knights. Today, we are here to dedicate a memorial plaque in honor of the 3 drum corps that were organized here in Belleville and involved thousands of our youth over many, many years here in Belleville and the surrounding communities around us for over 50 years. These organizations proudly represented the City of Belleville and performed in parades, exhibitions, competitions from across the United States. You know that whoever made up this agenda, first off, please don't let them make up the agenda again. The reason I say that is twofold. One, you never allow 3 politicians to speak at the same place if you're trying to make sure you keep this on track. Okay, Patty said hers is short. Now, when I started this presentation, or when I started planning this presentation, they told me I had an hour and a half. Okay, I was told it's not going to be an hour and a half, so there goes the On the other hand, as I said, it is a great honor for me to be here, not only because I was in the Black Knights, but I can honestly say I've got contact with all 3 of our great corps we have. For you see, my sister was with the Bellheads. And my beautiful wife of 53 years, Nancy, was with the Gabrielites. Now, we all know that all of our corps started with sponsorships from various military organizations, and many of us have served in the military. So before I introduce our special guests, and I would like to have just a moment of silence for 2 members that I marched with within the Black Knights that are not here because they made that ultimate sacrifice for all of us to have the freedoms that we have. That was Pete Hammond from here in Belleville and Mr. Glenn Davis from Cahokia. Thank you very much. Now, not all of these people that I'm going to announce may be present today, but if you are, would you please stand up and be recognized? One of them is our great mayor, Patty Gregory. Thank you for being here, Patty. Phil Elmore from Ward 7, Alderman for Belleville, and a leader in helping this to come to pass. Leo Voss and family from Voss Pattern Works, who fabricated the plaques. Kathy Kaiser, Director of Communications and Public Relations for the City of Belleville. There she is, waving back there and filming. Wally Spears of the Belleville News Democrat. Forest Tree Frisson family, founders of the Black Knights, and I would just say that I doubt if any of them were going to be here because Mrs. Frisson is in the hospital. So if you have an opportunity, please say a few words on her behalf. Thank you. The Bird Pool family, also one of the originators of the Black Knights. The Jim Hamilton family, 30 years with the Black Knights and founder of the Black Knight alumni. Steve Vickers, publisher of the Drum Corps World Digital Magazine. Linda Weinstein of the Belleville Walk of Fame. Now, I would like to take an opportunity to let the Honorable Mayor Gregory please say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor. I always like to see Herb. He's so much fun. And he has a beautiful wife, Nancy, who's just as lovely as can be. And Herb and was it your wife, Nancy, was with him? Yes. But anyway, I'm so glad that you and them met on Black Knights from the before because they have a gorgeous family and some wonderful grandchildren that I know bring joy to them every day. So congratulations to both of you on a long marriage and much success in your family. So I have to welcome all of you to our beautiful town. And your wife, I prayed all last night, not just for you, but to God that we would have a good day. But it looks like everyone is enjoying the beautiful weather and today. And I was just talking to Alderman Elmore and told him we need to bring the Black Knights back. I had to go meet her.
Not just the Black Knight.
Oh, yeah, and the ladies too. And you know what? After 258 years, a woman has never been here in Belleville. And I'm right here for Girl Power. So I just think we have so many talented youth in our community that wouldn't it be great if we could mentor and bring back a second round of Black Knights? I just think it would be so wonderful for all of the particular towns in the metro area. But I know how it is to have an organization that you work so hard for and you love for so many years. Yet I just want to thank all of you and congratulate you. I didn't live here when the Black Knights were in the Bellette and okay, Gabriel, we're all here. But I would tell you, you were known far and wide. And because I used to hear about City of Belleville and the whole other group of people that were all involved. But I thank you. I'm a music lover, and I know all of you are too. So have a wonderful day and enjoy your time in Belleville. And don't forget to look out into the car rescue. I did have to do it. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, good morning. I'm Alderman Phil Elmore of the 7th Ward, and as a child who grew up, born and raised here in the 60s, I got to tell you about my fondest memories of high school sports and first day of school. Bigger part was the last day of school, the day the pool opened, and nothing was more exciting than peering over these curves, waiting for the Gabrielette's and all the Corps and the Black Knights to come down the street, because when they came down the street as a child going to those parades, it just sent goosebumps. Those silver helmets and the music and the performance, the precision, you guys were awesome. Absolutely awesome. And yes, So this child born in the mid-'60s thanks you. It's a very, very fond memory of mine. And I just wanted to say that when Craig came to me and said, hey, we need help to get this rolling, we've got a project, and he told me the course, and I said, oh yeah, we'll get that going real fast. And went straight to the mayor and Kathy with it, and man, that ball got rolling. And it takes a lot to get engineering to go over things. Boston Pattern Works Company to do their work. There's more to it than I think even Craig thought there was going to be, but we got it done because you guys, again, were so awesome and such a landmark tradition of Belleville. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Let me go over a little bit something about the three corps that we had here in Belleville. We had the Gabrielettes. They were an all-girl Drum Bugle Corps, organized in 1959 under the Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 295, with managers Ken and Pat Hopel. They were also sponsored by the O'Fallon VFW Post 3468 and Freeburg Locklear Smith American Legion Post 550. The Corps' colors were purple, white, and gold. The Gabrielettes won numerous trophies and were ranked as one of the top 10 corps in the state of Illinois in 1964. The Gabrielettes were active and marching on our streets from 1959 to 1972. Of our three corps, the Bellettes All-Girl Drum and Bugle Corps was the first one to be organized in Belleville. It was organized in 1937 by Albert Kneeder and sponsored by VFW Post 1739 here in Belleville, and later had the leadership of Mr. and Mrs. Louis Schwinn. They were VFW state champions in 1938, 39, and 40. Their banner year was in 1953 when they again won the VFW state championship. Go ahead, you earned it. And were sent on to the VFW National Convention in Milwaukee to compete against the top drum and bugle corps across the nation, and proudly finished in 13th place. So, the Bellettes were frequently finalists at the Illinois State Fair competition from 1954 through 1973. They also competed at the VFW National Convention in 1965, 71, 73, 74, 77, and 78. The Bellettes were active as a drum and bugle corps from 1937 through 1978. Brings us to the last corps, the Black Knights. We were an all-male, DeMolay affiliated drum and bugle corps when first organized in the spring of 1953 by Director Forrest Treson and business manager Vern Poole. The Belleville Black Knights quickly gained state and national prominence early on as they won the AMVETS National Championship in 1954, their first year in competition. In 1972, the Black Knights separated from the DeMolay and opened up their membership to girls and became a co-ed drum and bugle corps.
Yay!
Throughout their years of competition, they amassed many awards and titles, including 5 national championships, finalist position in 25 national championships, and the winner of 20 state championships. The Black Knights uniform from 1973 to 1978 still stands out and is recognized as one of the most impressive
of all the Drum and Bugle Corps in the history of Drum and Bugle Corps. The Black Knights were active from 1953 through 1990. They were the last corps standing in our area. It is sad to not have Drum and Bugle Corps. As Patty said, it would be nice to be back because there was so much that was done with Drum and Bugle Corps. But across our country, we have less than 10% of the Drum and Bugle Corps that were marching 20 years ago. We went from down to less than 50 corps right now that are marching. But they were not marching corps, they were not Drum and Bugle Corps, they were not musical groups. There was so much more that was gained by being a part of the Drum and Bugle Corps. You learned how to work with others. You learned discipline. You learned respect for others. You learned responsibility. You learned time management. You learned how to be creative. And we still had a lot of fun and made lifelong friends. And I've seen many of my old friends around here as I look around this audience today. Drum Corps has given me and my family many, many fond memories. And I'm going to just mention a couple of them. I said Drum Bugle Corps taught you how to be creative. Well, we had a family that we had 2 members of our Drum Bugle Corps that their family had just built a new home out in Fairview Heights. And they were bragging. At the time, there was a lot of teepeeing going on. And they were bragging, nobody can teepee our home because we don't have any trees or bushes. Not so. Because you remember the big markers, the big reflectors that would be on the end of driveways. They stood tall, they were metal with a big reflector. Somehow about 60 or so of those got assembled in their yard, and teepee was wrapped through it around the entire house. One other thing that was mentioned, 2 things that my family will never forget about Drum Corps. And that is, in 1966, we were both, my wife and I, she was returning home from the Gabriel's practice, and I was returning home with somebody from the Black Knights practice. And both of our drivers said to us, hey, we're going to parties. You know a lot of people that are going to be there. Why don't you just go along with us? So we both said yes. And that's how Nancy and I met in 1966. She put up with me for 3 more years. Part of that was while I was on active duty. And then the other fond memory will be in 1969, in June of 1969 at St. Teresa's Church. As we departed the church after our ceremonies, they opened the doors, and the Black Knight Color Guard was in full drape, and the Corps stood out by the bell tower playing I Wish You Love. Now, I think you've heard enough about us talking up here, and we've got an ensemble that is going to be looking to play some music for us. And we will have performances by this special group, both percussion and instruments, made up of members from the Black Knights, Phantom Regiment, Madison Scouts, the Cavaliers, Racine Kilties, have all joined together. They have come from distances as far away as California, Minnesota, Texas, and Georgia to be part of this event. A big thank you to Bill Knapp and Jim Middleton for coordinating the music and the rehearsals. Thank you. Now, this group has not had a whole lot of time to practice together. A lot of them have been doing it separately. They've shared music back and forth. They've been doing it virtually. And today they had a little chance to get together So this is their first real performance together as a group. And they will be performing a street beat and musical selections that were originally played by our three corps. They'll be playing Basin Street Blues from the Gabrielettes, Daddy from the Bellettes, and the St. Louis Blues from the Black Knights. I'm going to give them a few moments if they would like to warm up, and then we're going to hear them perform.
concert about 3 o'clock today at Freehand. Freehand. 3 o'clock.
Ha ha ha.